Hello. Has anyone come to join me this time? I have to wonder. Yeah, let's put on a little music, huh? Watch me make this immediately way too loud. Okay, I should be quiet. Just some nice chill. Now I will be here by my lonesome until someone decides to join me. Actually, at the moment, I'm, not really doing much. I'm looking at all of these, friggin' podcast servers that I am in, but I do not actively participate in because I find that to be very difficult. Hold on, I need to move my phone. Nella's gonna be real weird for a second. Oh, come on, stupid phone stand. Okay, and then this needs to come down. There we go. And then it'll fit here. Haha. Lower a little. Let's do calibration. I'm sending out some messages. I will make this weekly stream a thing. Just watch me. Though I haven't really yet. Okay, why am I... She's leaning back so much today. Ugh. Come on. I lean back a little to look at my microphone and it's like... Okay, there we go. Okay. I will make this a thing because I need somewhere to put all my TMA brain rot. I had 2 viewers. This is a discussion podcast group thing. I need people to be here. Huh. Anyone out there chilling? No? Yes? Yes, no, maybe so? Hello? Welcome to the stream. Need to fix where my chat is on the screen. Thank you. I'm gonna like there, I think. Okay. Thank you very much. How are you today? That profile pic will eventually get finished. It's a chibi that my artist mama made when we were discussing color palettes, and so it's kind of rushed, but she will finish it at some point, she told me. But it is cute as it is as well. That's not good. I hope you feel better soon. Meanwhile, I'm about to yawn. Pardon me. I will call you Ice. Is that okay? Or do you want Ice Wave? Anything's fine, of course. Hello again, Crip. I'm going to explain why I'm streaming right now. It's a stream that I am trying to make a thing, but it is so far not a thing. I am really into horror fiction podcasts, and I want to have like an hour a week discussion with some of my friends and stuff about them. And then there's a creator of one of them who does a stream in an hour. So what it is this hour is allotted to chat, and then I raid his stream right after. But so far this hasn't been going well. So this is just gonna be me hanging out for an hour and seeing who pops in. And then raiding him at the end. Which is why I'm on my just chatting screen. You can see Nala a little better. More of my sweater. I guess 2 in the afternoon on a Friday is not the best stream time. So, I mean, I'll chat about whatever. With whoever shows up. I'll probably do more Satisfactory in the morning. Or I might be doing a collab with someone tomorrow on Power Wash Simulator with the new SpongeBob DLC. Even though I finished it already. I wanted the 100% completion for the game. So I finished it already. And now I have 3 complete games on Steam. Just 3. I'm not dropping frames, but Nella seems to be lagging once in a while. I wonder why that is. Weird. I don't have anything running. Oh well. Maybe it's because she's so big on the screen. Let's have some can opening ASMR again. I'm going to change my hydrate redeem. And one will say drink water and one will say drink Coke. Because I usually have both. Of course, then that lets chat fuel my Coke habit. Not sure if that's a good idea. So what are you up to? What were you drawing? Can you tell? you cleaning while you're sick? I mean, I guess cleaning has to be done regardless, but still, you should take a rest. Yeah, it's true. I don't work or clean because I'm lazy, and also because doing either of those things puts me in incredible pain. So my other half does that. And I attempt to do this for a job. I'm fine, I'm fine. Just a touch disabled. But it puts me in less pain to sit in a chair and talk to people. I find it funny that Nulla looks sad a lot of the time, but it's just the corners of my mouth naturally turn downward. I don't have resting bitch face, I have resting sad face. And so the Nulla has resting sad face. I can make it go worse. Oh, I have 3 viewers. Did someone new show up? Hey, my toggles are working. Let's see, what was this one again? My blushy face. If you've just popped in, feel free to say hi. But yes, I'm fine. I'm in a very good position where I have someone else who will love me and take care of me, and he basically just makes the joke that I'm his pet. And I am, technically. I guess. I'm at 80 followers. See, that's hard for me to answer because I don't have much experience with either cats or dogs. Because I'm allergic. I mean, I guess I'm more cat-like, but like a friendly cat. Like a friendly, loving cat. Like, I do like being on my own and curling up in a ball and just not doing anything for hours at a time. I definitely do not have the energy of a dog. Ooh. At all. But yeah. Yeah, I'm probably more cat-like. I also like cats more, but I can't have one. And I want one. Have my tears. It's me being sad about not having a cat. Okay. I also have what I like to call my disgusted face. So yeah, I only have a couple toggles. I just have my sweater and my 3 faces. My blush, and my sad face. I'm a living, breathing ace flag. It's one thing I like to say. I went with the concept of, like, the space void really early on, but then I took that and I went and I'm ace. So why don't I just make her the ace flag? So I did. Excuse me. Sorry. I mean, I do have asexual in my tags, but I actually only recently added that like a stream or 2 ago, and I'm almost coming up on streaming for a month now. I think I debuted on the 6th. Yeah, I think the 6th. So, we're getting to a month. I may stream again tonight, depending on my energy levels. Because this stream's only going to be an hour, because at the end of it, I'm going to do a raid. As I said. And you can meet a wonderful British man playing Resident Evil 4. Actually, one of my sound alerts... Can I do my own sound alerts? I don't know how. Can somebody play the Magnus Archives is a podcast sound alert for me? Please? If one of you two can find it. And that's the voice of the guy that I'm raiding. At the end of this stream. As I tried playing my own sound alerts once, and it did not work. Okay, that's fine. If you're on mobile, I have no idea. If you're on PC, I know if you hover over the video, there's like little icons on the right on the video, and one of them is the sound alert one. It's a little purple one. I only have one. Ah. No, but he's going through the Resident Evil 4 remake, so I've been watching that. I don't watch a lot of streamers.
The Magnus Archives is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license.
Thank you, Crip. That is the voice of Jonathan Sims, the character, who is voiced by Jonathan Sims, the person, who does in fact regret naming the character that. Oh, so you are here for the horror podcast part. I wasn't sure if you found me randomly, or if you were actually here because of my incessant advertising in every horror podcast Discord that I am a part of. Yeah, that is true. I mean, and then there's also Johnny DeVille, if you really want to get into it. And then we have Re-Dracula going, and then... Oh wow, someone found me from that one. I was really scared to post in there. Sudden urge to sing Our Boy Jack at the top of my lungs. I've actually, a couple of friends and I have a side channel that's like my personal Twitch. And I'd sometimes stream the podcast audio there, just so my friends and I can, like, live listen together. We're a little behind on Re-Dracula. When's the last time we listened to it? Because sometimes you've got to wait for it, because they're doing it on the days... Okay, Crip. There's a podcast called Re-Dracula, and the original book, Dracula, is done where everything is on a, it's in a journal entry format, and all of those journal entries are dated. So what the podcast is doing is releasing the episodes on the day of the journal entry. So I believe it takes place between, like, early June, or, well, early May, actually, and then, like, up till November. So let's see, where are we? Where did I leave off? June 5th. There's no way I left off at June 5th. No, it is, because a lot of them are really short. There's a 29-second episode that... Yeah, it was June 5th, because the next episode is 2 minutes. The next episode is 29 seconds. Then we have a 7-minute, 8-minute... Ooh! That's a bonus one. And then we have a 6-minute and a 12-minute. So it's almost at the point where I might do another listen with my friends. So that one, yeah, I think my friend taught me the word for what it means when epistolary or something, I think. No, Our Boy Jack, the Pump Shanty. I like a bunch of the songs from Once Upon a Time in Space. The guy whose voice you just heard has done too many things. I wonder if I could play Mechanism's audio. That wouldn't get... Would that get muted? I don't know. I'm not gonna risk it right now. I'll test that on my other channel. I'm not risking it on this one. But he was part of a space pirate cabaret band, I guess. Look up the Mechanisms on Spotify and then have the time of your goddamn life. It's so good. But a lot of I like Pump Shanty, Our Boy Jack, and No Happy Ending from that. And then there's a part in what's his name, Tim versus the Moon Kaiser, that is done to the tune of the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And I have a recording of me singing the actual Battle Hymn of the Republic over top of it. Because I know the original really well. I don't know which one that is. I'm sitting here talking like I'm an actually Mechanisms fan, but I've only listened to 3 albums. And then a bit of the other one. I have not finished Bifrost Incident. I think that's where I left off, and then I completely forgot that I was listening through them all. So I need to go back and do that. Also, Johnny is too good of a singer. It's not fair. Actually, on stream, I have done the Jürgen Leitner rant more than once. I've sung... oh god, what was it? Oh. I'm planning on releasing a cover of a song called I've No More Fucks to Give. If you haven't heard the song, you need to hear it. Thing is, I don't know if I can play the audio, and even if I could, I'm on Bluetooth headphones, so I would not be synced to the music while I sang with it. So I sang it a cappella on stream, because I could. And it is the funnest song. And suddenly I want to sing it, but I would have to sing it a cappella again. Yeah. No more fucks to give. Press the button. I don't want to spoil what happens, so I'm just gonna say press the button. So fun. And it is kind of funny to me that TMA, the Magnus Archives, turned a bunch of people into Mechanisms fans after the Mechanisms had already been around and then ended after 10 years. Like, we're all on the late-ass bandwagon. Although, my favorite Magnus Archive story that is my favorite because it includes me is, I do a lot of yarn work based on it. I've been making little yarn pixel figures that I post mostly on Twitter. I do want to do yarn work on stream at some point. That's gonna get no views, but I don't care. I want to do it. I just haven't set up for it yet. Anyway, I've been making these little, like, pixelated character charms out of yarn, specifically. Where was I going with that? Right. I also knit. And so the first piece of Magus Archives, like, stuff that I made was a wristband with a tape on it. With a cassette tape on it. And I made that. And then when Johnny was streaming, I sent him a Ko-fi, and I think it was one of the first ones I ever sent, because Johnny will read your Ko-fi on stream. It's that little donation site that they use for stuff, which I have one set up. I just I don't have it linked anywhere because I'm dumb. So I knitted this wristband, and I have it, and with a cassette tape on it. And I mentioned it, but I referred to it as an armband. This distinction is important. In my Ko-fi, I said I'm just watching your stream, and I just finished my first piece of Magnus Archives related merch, which was an armband. He thought I meant a militia-style upper armband, like I was trying to start a podcast cult, which was not my intention. But he said it. So I had to bring it into existence, right? So the next week, well, actually what happened is I sent his mods a link to the wristband I made, and he said, "Oh, that sort of armband." And I remember exactly how he said it, and it's the only reason I do it with the accent, because I can remember exactly how he said it. And he was like, okay. So the next week I come back, and I've made the militia armband. I can pull up the pictures now that I'm thinking about it. I have my... hold on. Well, yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do a quick window capture, because that will be easier. Where's the button? There it is. Quick add window capture. Create new. Don't really need it taking up the whole screen. There's the wristband. I'll just leave that up for a moment so you can see it. And then, so this is the wristband. I can't see chat at the moment, so I'll just assume that this shows up. This is my partner modeling it. But this was the wristband I made. And then he thought I meant a militia armband. So then I made this monstrosity. And then I had my partner model it in a black jacket. And then I showed Johnny that. And his first reaction was to laugh under his breath and say, "Oh God." So, that happened. Where's the button? Nope, that's not the right one. My phone is right in front of my... Okay. And now we're gonna get rid of that window capture. Bye. Okay, I'm back. So that's that story. And then I sent him another Ko-fi, and I was like, should I burn it? This thing is cursed. I made it, but I don't want it. What do I do with it? And Johnny said to burn it, and then Sasha got mad at him. Sasha's his partner. And Johnny was like, what? But then someone in the chat messaged me and was like, hey, I'll pay you shipping if you send it to me. And I was like, yeah, okay. I want this thing out of my life. So it's gonna be on someone's jacket, I guess. Someone's making like a full TMA like jacket. So now they have that. And I will never see it again. Because I think it ended up in Oregon. And I do not live near there. I live where it is smoky as hell. I have no problem, geolocating myself. I live in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Quebec is currently on fire. I'm also saying Quebec wrong. It's Quebec, but I do not feel like being that French, because I'm not that French. But Quebec is seeing the worst wildfires it's seen in a long-ass time. So now Ontario and New York are, like, full of smoke. And we have never seen this before, or at least not in 20-something years. But, anyway. And then even when that happened, the smoke didn't get to us that much. Or did it? And I just don't remember because I was young-ish. Anyway. I did go out today, and I wore a mask when I was outside because it's disgusting. Ugh. And I have asthma. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Ice Wave. It's funny, the first time I did this, I had like 8 people, and ever since, like, I've only had like 1 or 2 show up at a time. So I'm trying to make this a weekly thing, but it's just not a good time slot. But I'm gonna do it anyway and chat with whoever comes. Because I'm not doing anything else with my life. Except for making a bunch of yarn work. Actually, I'll bring the window back up because I can show off some of my other work that I've done. Yeah. I can't really put this anywhere where it'll actually make sense. This is my pride and joy. My John Sims poster. Look at it. It's beautiful. So the stuff that I use to make this is called plastic canvas. And basically it's kind of like needlepoint, it's kind of like embroidery, but you have this sheet of a plastic grid. And so I use it to make sorts of like different sorts of pixelated designs. And a friend of mine made this John. It's a GIF where like at first his eyes are like brown and then he blinks and they turn green and this halo of eyes shows up. And I took that image from their GIF. And this is how I met them, because I was like, hey, can I make stuff with this? And they were like, yeah, sure. And now we're friends, and now every time I want a pixel character, she just makes it for me. But this is the 3rd iteration of this, because this was the first one. Didn't turn out as well. I know it doesn't look that different, all things considered, but this one ended up much nicer. And so I took this one and I sent it to the person who makes the pixels for me, so there's that. Here we have Melanie and Georgie. Oh yeah, you can see my tumblers. And then I have Miss Prentice. For Crip. This lady is full of worms, which is why she's on a ground of dirt with worms. Not my best work. I've made a new one of her since where the, like, color differentiation on her skin, you can actually see it. This is Michael. He, has a door full of winding corridors that will eat you, I guess. I don't know how to explain the spiral. Oh, Lord. You'd think I would. I've listened to this whole thing twice. Also, he actually gets a mouth because you need to see him smiling. That's an ad. Oh, so this was for a Draw This in Your Style. I don't know if you've seen it, but someone drew John in a green dress and Martin dancing, and that was the draw this in your style. So I asked my friend to do this up for me, so I actually could participate in a draw this in your style. And then you can see the original pixel drawing versus what I made. I will say one thing that is super difficult is trying to pick yarn colors based on art, because I do not have a color picker where I can just go, oh, I needed this color, oh, I need this color. I am working with whatever I have. It's such a pain in the ass. Because you can see, like, my blues are really bright, and Martin's hair is, like, bright orange. Oh, yeah, and Crip, these are both dudes. They're in a relationship, and it's canon. Don't care about spoiling John Martin. It's canon. Who cares? Oh, this is for another podcast. Icewave, I don't know if you care about Malevolent at all. But I'm going to be making that John in the style of Sackboy from Little Big Planet. If you haven't listened to Malevolent, you should. But this is just me showing off a bit of the process. Like, these are the stack of pieces. This is his body, is about the size of a Coke can. That's when I started knitting. There's his arm. There's the body without the head. So, Malevolent is a podcast. I'm just going to give the basic premise. A dude opens a book. That book has a sliver of an eldritch entity in it, and that entity attaches himself to itself to his eyes. And the rest of the podcast is the two of them trying to navigate where the main guy, Arthur, can't see shit, and John Doe, which is the name of what we call the entity in his eyes, has to, like, describe everything around them. And a lot of shit happens. But I'm making a doll of the entity. I haven't really spoiled that much. This is just the basic premise. But I'm making, you find this out pretty quickly. He's a sliver of the King in Yellow, which is why I have a lot of, like, I got this black that has a strand of gold through it. I got this yellow to make his cloak. So there's that. I need to buy stuffing. I've had him in progress for a while. Oh, right. Here's the light glinting off of the gold strands. Yeah. So he's a part of the King in Yellow. So that's a whole thing. Is that everything I've posted on Tumblr? I guess so. I have a few more on Twitter, but my Twitter is a bit more unhinged, so I'm not gonna put that on stream. Okay, now we're gonna get rid of the window capture. Okay. That was an introduction to my yarn art. I really do recommend giving Malevolent a try. It is heart-wrenchingly beautiful and scary, and all of Malevolent is voiced by one dude, and I know that he lives in Toronto, or near Toronto, and I live like an hour from there, so I'm one of the people pushing him to do a live show. Like, Carlin, please. There we go. No, Nulla didn't just snap her neck. I was just calibrating her head. I mean, I don't post anything too terrible on Twitter. I mean, I feel like John and Arthur are the only voices you really need to get to know. The rest is just... There are side characters that matter, but none of them stick around long enough. So that's all you really need to worry about. And I mean, Arthur is the one with the British accent, and John is the one that sounds like this. It was the worst. Hold on. John is the one that sounds like this. No, it doesn't sound like that either. That was my evil demon voice, but that doesn't suit John either. Yeah. Don't know how that came out recorded. Oh, God. I have never done that into a microphone. Actually, what I will do is move my phone so I can actually see my taskbar. Back here. What are you stuck on? There we go. So I can flip between. So here's some John and Martin charms that I did. I know that that's not how blush on black people works, but I do not have that many shades of brown. No, just the amount of shades of brown that I need to make Jonathan Sims in anything. I do not have that much. Yeah. But then, so these are double-sided charms. There's the eye on the back for him. And then here's a little Martin with his fog on the back. And this is what the back actually looks like if I don't make a separate piece. So when I make double-sided things, I have to make a whole other piece and then stitch them together on the edges. Because otherwise it looks like this. As my phone goes off. Shush. You'd think I'd be better at putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. I am not. Okay, what else can I find on my Twitter, I wonder? Because I've made a lot of stuff. Oh, actually, I will open this. Because this is the GIF that I mentioned. That my friend made. This is the GIF that that poster is based on. They've also done a Martin, but I have yet to posterify him. And then here's some more of their cast. And here's some King in Yellow stuff for Malevolent. Oh, here's Jerry. Here's Jerry Key. Ice Wave, if you're still here. Even got a little cigarette, which, did I put that in the wrong space? I might have put that in the wrong spot. Oh well. Jerry. Oh, yeah, there's the pixels for Jerry. I'll just... Oh, there's the other Jane. So this Jane is better because you can actually see the markings that she's supposed to have. So there's Worm Lady, version 2. I need to make this a little smaller so that she actually fits on the stream. A little more. That's better. Okay. Now stuff fits on the screen. There's Michael again. Oh, here's just a photo of a bunch of the ones I've made. And for Ice Wave, that orange-haired lady is Agnes, and the brown-haired lady at the top right is from Malevolent. So there's that. Do I have anything else interesting? Oh, I've also made dice towers. This has nothing to do with TMA, but this is my personal dice tower because it was based on a character who was a black cat at one point, and his main color is green, so I made this. This is one of the things that I love about plastic canvas. You can make structures, and they can be freestanding structures. So if you're playing, like, D&D and stuff, you have to roll a shit ton of dice. And because of that, dice get everywhere. So what you do with a dice tower is you drop your dice in the top. And, like, there's some stuff on the inside that they kind of slide down, and then they come out the bottom part, and whatever's facing up is what you rolled. So it's basically, like, a nice way of rolling your dice without them going everywhere. So you can see, so you drop them at the top of the tower, and it would come out that basin at the bottom. But it wouldn't go anywhere because it's walled off, and then whatever's at the top is what you rolled. They're very handy for, like, tabletop games. So this was for a character that I based on an anime character that I like, that you will not know. His name is Cecil Ijima. You will not know him. Alright, actually, from here I can find... There's the original art that was for the Draw This in Your Style that I did. John and Martin in their suit and dress. Anywho. Oh, there's Agnes. Firewife. My camera's too good because this is just too much detail. You don't need to see that much detail in the yarn. Anyway, that's all that needs to be seen here. Now I'm gonna close that. Yeah, that was the Draw This in Your Style. I love that person's art style. It's so good. So good. And I saw it and I was like, oh man, if I get Pop to do some pixels for that, I can actually participate in a Draw This in Your Style through a yarn. So I did. I'll do the one thing I also do for sometimes people who pop in. I did my toggles already, so that was the sweater and blah blah blah. But I do have a little bit more going on. I have hands. Who would have guessed? I don't have legs though. I did not pay that much money. These are my arms. The ring on my right hand, so the ring that you see on the left, my right hand, is a little shark around my finger. The other two on my other hand are just kind of more generic rings. And that and the shark tooth around my neck are because my partner, my other half, might be a VTuber someday? Maybe? We don't know. But if he is, he's a shark. Named Corda. So he's one of my moderators right now under that name. So those are my hands. And then I stop there. I do not exist beyond that point. And also, my lore bit is that he's the reason I have a broken horn. Which is crystal on the inside. Okay, let's see if I can get back into position here. There. That's good. The thing about VTubing is you barely need legs. Like, that's more for a 3D model, but for 2D, you don't really need it. So I was like, I'm just gonna save money and not get legs. Also, my artist and my rigger are the same person. So she's very talented. Kuago the Owl on Twitter. Always willing to promo my mama. I am her first VTuber child other than herself. So there's that. And now there's 2 of us. And the funny thing is, both of her first VTuber children have white hair. And the other one's name is literally Vice. So... so that's pretty funny. We didn't plan that. We just... we're the 2 white-haired siblings that aren't technically actually related. Just have the same artist. So yeah, I don't know if I'll play something tonight. If I do, I'm kind of on a Satisfactory kick now. Up until now, I've just been playing different games every stream depending on what I wanted to. Now I want to play more Satisfactory. That game just scratches an itch, man. But I might not have the energy to do another stream tonight, so there's no promises. Maybe tomorrow morning. That, or tomorrow I will be doing Power Wash Simulator with Lava Savage, another VTuber. Also a friend of mine for like 10 plus years. Okay, my phone there is just not working as well as it did over here. There we go. Satisfactory is... it doesn't have a story yet, technically. Like, there's bits and pieces, but it's not done, because it's in early access, I believe. It's basically, you get dropped on a planet, and you build. And you keep building, and you keep building, and you keep building. And it's, you try to build, like, really satisfying factories, essentially, and the goal is to, like, get your automation, like, going really well. So I guess it's kind of a simulator, but it's, like, an off-world factory building simulator. That's pretty fun. Oh, did someone else pop in? Every time I see my viewers go up, I'm like, oh, did one of my... Do we get another, Magnus fan, or Malevolent fan, or other podcast fan? Yeah, it's basically Deforestation, the game. If I make weird faces, it's because there is a fruit fly flying around my head. Excuse you, sir. Do you mind? Oh wow, it's already 2:55. I need to check if Mr. Sims has started. Ah! Shh! Has started. Mute site. There we go. Sorry about that. I thought that, where is it? Creator dashboard. Thank you. Thought I had this open. Okay. There we go. Ah, doesn't look like he's live yet, but that's cool. It's been a nice hour of chatting, showing off all my Magnus yarn work. Yeah, I am My personal account's where I usually post that, because it makes more sense too. So I am Dracosomnia on Twitter, and Dracosomniac on Tumblr, because Dracosomnia was taken. So it's Draco, like Draco, and Somnia, like Somnia. And that's where all my yarn works are posted. I have posted them once or twice in some Discords. There's a couple of Magnus and Malevolent Discords. I think I posted in all of them today. Like, please somebody come so I can actually chat for an hour about this dumb stuff that I love. But I just do not have the attention span to post my work in that many places. And it's hard to remember to, like, just post that I'm live in multiple places. I don't even think I posted that on Tumblr. I did not. I don't really have anyone on Tumblr yet, though. My Twitters actually have followers. My Tumblr does not. 81 out of 100. I will say the SpongeBob thing for Power Wash Simulator was very fun. Hi, Sam. You've caught me at the tail end. Hi, Sam. My afternoon is going good. I don't think I've talked to you about the fact that I am super into horror fiction podcasts. I'm trying to do this thing where for an hour, so from 2 to 3, which would be right now, I get all my other horror podcast fans to come talk to me. Because the creator of one of those podcasts streams at 3, so my goal is to get a couple people in here so then we can raid him. Get a couple people in here, chat about stuff we like for like an hour, and then I raid his stream. Because he's British, so for him it's like 9 or something. So right now I'm just kind of waiting for him to go live. Sometimes he takes a bit, which is fine. I've listened to a bit of Hello from the Hollowoods. I didn't get too into it yet. That's probably one of the next ones I'll like kind of binge a bit. Yeah. I think I listened to like 2 or 3 episodes, but I haven't had as much time to podcast listen as I used to. So I'm hoping I can start listening to a bit more of that one. Especially since it's another like eye-coded one. So we have Magnus, which is the green eye-coded one. And then we have Malevolent, which is the yellow eye-coded one. And then we have Welcome to Night Vale, which is the purple eye-coded one. And then Hello from the Hollowoods is the red eye one. And when I say eye, I mean like eyes. There was this image. Yeah. There was an image that someone drew when they were doing one of those Tumblr Sexy Man polls. I don't know if any of you guys were there for when that was going on. And everyone was trying to get Cecil from Welcome to Night Vale to win. Someone drew an image of Cecil beating up Komaeda Nagito from Danganronpa. And behind Cecil, while he's punching Komaeda in the face, you've got John talking into his tape recorder, and then you've got Arthur cheering, and John going, he's beating the fuck out of him, and then you had the guy from Hello from the Hollowoods reporting on it as well. So it was like all the eye guys in one picture. Oh, I need to find that. It is such a good image. But I posted it so long ago, it would take me forever to find right now. Oh, but it's so good. It's just all of them commentating on Cecil beating up Kamida, and it's so funny. And it's also funny because the only character that in that image that has a definitive appearance is Kamida. No one else in that image has a definitive appearance. So, you know who they all are, partially because color, partially because what they're saying, partially because fanon, but none of them have a defined appearance, which is really funny. And then Cecil won, and the internet rejoiced. Bless him. I also haven't listened to that much of Night Vale. I did not get into it when it first was a thing. You know? Sometimes I wish I did, but I did not. Oh, no, that's not there we go. But that was such a good time. No, but that piece of artwork brought me so much joy. Just all the horror podcast dudes. One of them beating up Kamida Nagito. So good. Oh, we're up to 4. Maybe I'll have a decent raid party today. Although I do have to BRB for like a minute. Please forgive me. I'll try to be quick. Ugh. Talk amongst yourselves. Forgot to do something. I'm back. I have returned. So yeah. Oh, he's still not live. Your ad is about to start. Oh. Oh. Oops. Six viewers. Oh my. Huh. Is the ad over? Probably not. It hasn't been that long. Hello, everybody. Hello to anybody new joining. Hope you're having a good day. I don't know why I'm talking so weird all of a sudden. I know, I think my nice polite voice is me kind of dipping into Canadian. Don't be afraid to say hi. I know I have fangs, but I don't bite. And even if I did, I'm sure some people who listen to horror podcasts would be okay with that. I mean, I'm from the void. I'm just a pretty horror creature. Right? Right? I don't know. He is not live yet. Anyone around? Yes, I am not a vampire, but you could mistake me for one. But I also have these giant horns, and vampires are a little more subtle than that. Actually, my favorite VTuber is a vampire, but he will not admit it. Some people would probably be able to tell who that is just from me saying that much. I have favorite VTubers. I don't actively watch them. I'm here because I like VTubers, but I don't like them enough to watch them. I want to game, I don't want to watch streams. So then I said I am just going to go ahead and stream. It's one of the Hollow Stars English boys, Vesper, who's getting a new look today. I will probably watch that. I will probably watch that one. I think that's tonight. Johnny. Is he not streaming today? I feel like checking his Twitter now. Although he usually doesn't say when he's not streaming either. Casually checks. No. Sir. Somehow I'm up to 6 people. I don't get 6 viewers when I'm doing interesting things. But yeah, I will probably stream tomorrow. Maybe in the morning. It's tomorrow Saturday? Yeah. And then if I don't do Power Wash and if I don't do Satisfactory, I might do something with my other half, which would probably be either Final Fantasy XIV, Destiny 2, or maybe Deep Rock Galactic. We haven't done that one yet on stream. I'm trying to find my OBS button. There we go. It's 10 after 3, sir. Are you streaming today? I mean, he has been like 14 minutes late before, so it's not a big deal. I am not good at filling dead air yet. I do need to come up with more things to, like, talk about. Especially if I want to hold discussion streams. 'Cause that's a thing. Yeah. Yes, the eternal struggle. I had some good moments in Satisfactory this and last morning. I was like, what the fuck is that? Just things attacking me out of nowhere. And I was like, what is that? What is that thing? What is that murderous creature? So there's that. But yeah, I am very much on a Satisfactory kick. I have too many games I want to play. But I mean, that's kind of a good thing, because then it means I will have a lot of games to play in the future. I'm going to play it again just because I can.
The Magnus Archives is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License.
Last time, it wouldn't let me play my own sound alerts, and now it does. At least there's that. Now I can play my own sound alerts. I figured it out. Oh God, aren't we all just waiting upon waiting? Did he say he wasn't streaming today and I missed it? I'll wait till like 20 after, and then maybe I'll go lay down, because I need to lay down. Yeah, it's hard to wait. All the things that Magnus Protocol could be, but whatever it is will be very good. I'm sure of it. I've read both of his books. I don't know if you've read Johnny's books. And I specifically listened to the audiobooks. And he voices the villains in both of his audiobooks. Which is just peak. It's so good. I think I preferred the villain of the first book. I think the first book was my favorite, but that's not to say the second book was bad. No, it was also excellent. I just preferred the first one. The first one is 13 Stories, and the second one is Family Business, and you should read them. They are good horror books. Oh gosh, I need to lay down. Pardon me. Maybe I'll play a game off stream. That would be nice. Maybe I will play Power Wash Simulator on my own, like I tend to do a lot of the time. Oh, my partner likes to occasionally pop his head in while he's at work to look at the stream and see what I'm up to. And his favorite thing to do is jump scare me by doing this. And I'm never expecting it, and it's always so loud, and it scares the crap out of me. Oh, also, the inside of my mouth is purple. Who needs anything other than purple, right? Yeah, he crab rolls me. He crab rolls me. Oh, now he's streaming. It won't let me raid him. Why? Oh. Okay. Well, I can raid him now. Okay, figured it out. We can raid now. Okay, go have fun meeting and watching Johnny. Bye-bye.